your charger. Can you see that, Ron? You have to
Yeah, Jane doing the date that
you have to put your name and your date. You have to
yeah.
cut the cables and take a picture of it and then send it into them
Oh
with
wow.
this form they want you to send in. So once you've neutered your charging unit and clipped its cables and then you sign your name on, they'll send you a brand new one. So, which is kind of cool, but it's kind of sucks that because they were really cool. My wife even took one to the Philippines and brought it back. No
Wow.
problem at all. So I don't
Well,
know. I don't understand what the problem was. So anyway,
they
that's my
just
public
they
service
just give them a
announcement.
bad batch that they can't isolate, so they have to recall them all.
Yeah, yeah. So it was all that particular model and everything. So that's what they were doing. So with that out of the way, I wanted to say, okay, I know you all were talking about the Action 5 and the Action 5 Pro, right?
You mean this? You mean the Big Brother to the Action Four?
Yes, correct, correct. So, but what I know that I saw, I think Lon Denard was talking, it may have been last night when it was being discussed on Bill's show that the Osmo Action 5 did not have FCC clearance yet, that only the Pro has clearance thus far.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think Lon did mention that Monday, but here's I can't speak for Lon at all, or whatever. But we know the Action 5 Pro just because Igor and other people have leaked the FCC approval. But that all that can mean is nobody's found the Action 5 approval yet.
I
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been approved. That just means nobody's found it and put it online yet.
I don't know. I would think it would be kind of conspicuous to find because I think the way they comb through those things looking for it, I don't think it was just triggered by this one leaked photo. I think that people tend to look at it on a daily basis regularly. I don't. That's just me. Anyway, we now
Do
know
you
that
think the 5 was? You think the 5 is kind of an afterthought? Like they worked up the 5 Pro, and then afterwards somebody said, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we need to make a cheaper version without the 8K, and it's just a little bit behind the 5 Pro."
I'm not 100% sure that the 8K is there. I'm not
Right,
100% sure that
right,
that's what
right.
because people are trying to figure
Yeah,
out what the Pro is. Okay, well,
yeah.
DJI is coming out with something, or was it today? Did it come out today? The SDR?
I believe so.
Okay, so
But I'm not positive. It's either today or this week, or
I think it's DJI is calling it like super DJI radio, but
hmm
then now if you go to I think it's Haya, so Drone XL. Let me go to Drone XL and I will bring this up and I will share this with you folks. Yeah, SDR. Okay. So I was talking to Caleb, but y'all know Caleb. Caleb's been on the show before. He's got a lot of stuff going on right now. Super busy. That's kind of why he's not here. So they were saying, okay, I will catch up with those in the chat in just a second. I want to
Lord,
get.
think we're out of sync on the voices or whatever.
You think? Am I behind you or something?
Well,
What
as
do you
I
mean?
talk now, my mouth is moving exactly to my words, so I'm good.
But what you think I'm off with what you see or something?
I don't see it, but maybe it's Lloyd's transmission.
Oh, Lloyd's saying. Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah,
Hang on, let's
yeah.
get this off of here. Let me see what Lloyd said. So wait a minute. So wait a minute, Lloyd. Is it like a Japanese kung fu movie?
Yeah, Bill and I are filming the new Godzilla movie, so we're just
Ha!
practicing the
Hoo ha
syncing.
hoo! Hee ha! Huh! Hoo ha! Oh, maybe he was talking about the when I started the show. That maybe I was a minute or two late because it took a while for it to start.
Maybe. Hey, in the
Possibly.
meantime, Stevie, Afterlife Connection says that the SDR was released in Colombia yesterday. He's on
Was
vacation in Colombia now. That's why the Colombia reference.
Stevie's in the audience and I missed it, or he said
Stevie
something?
Bryce in the audience, and he's in
I'm so
Colombia.
far behind on the chat. Hang on, I got to bring this up because I want to show y'all this. Okay, so wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, this is hey, I did this. So let's go ahead and make it big. But I will tell you what Caleb was telling me. Caleb that was on here,
Mm-hmm.
on the show before and everything. Like I said, super
Mm-hmm.
busy with his business and stuff. So that's, I felt bad asking him to commit every week to being here and him rushing and hurrying. And then, sometimes at the last minute saying, I just can't be on. So it wasn't fair to either one of us. So I was like, just holler at me when you want to be on. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
we did. Okay, so it says DJR, renowned leader, da 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 da, came out, new SDR. I think it tells you exactly what it is. Software defined radio. Okay, so basically what that is part of what the U.S. government is pissed off with DJI about. It's
Oh.
saying that they're taking data out of our drones without us knowing about it through this method, through software defined radio. So basically, they could do a firmware update while we were flying it, doing something with it. We'd never know. It would not affect anything that we were flying with. And they could look at whatever we were looking at. I don't know for sure if it's real time or not, but I do know that they could see the data and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
now here's DJI just they've had this technology for a while, but they've really upgraded it this time to some stuff with balls, I guess you would say. But if I'm understanding what Caleb had said to me, this is part of the issue is that they're using our data, or not necessarily using our data, but they're using our drones to collect data from what we're viewing at the time, is what they're saying. And that's not really cool if that's really what's going on. I would like to see some stuff that back that up. But anyway,
Right.
so without dragging the whole show down, so they've come out with this. Like I said, it's a video transmission system. So it's like a wireless transmission system. So you can see this. He's got it on the iPhone there. So basically, they can send the video from the iPhone. See how he's got it hooked up there with the little dongle
Mm-hmm.
going in. So they can use I think iPhones go up to 8K, don't they?
No, they're still capped to 4K.
Okay, so the pros are too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so we still
Apple
got.
stuck on 4K for whatever reason.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. I was just trying to say if there was any other advantage, but he's using a Pro Max there. You can see he's using it for a video, and I've seen a lot of commercially produced stuff with iPhone Pro Maxes.
Mm-hmm.
I like this new band that I've been watching called listening to called The Warning, which is a sister band from Mexico. Their most recent video that's really popular is called Sick, and it was done completely on a laptop computer and a guy using his 15 Pro Max. And
Wow.
it'll blow your mind. You're like, no way. And then they showed there's a behind the scenes video, and you're just like, that's crazy. So enhanced stability, stronger interference resistance, robust penetration capabilities, support for Wi-Fi transmitters for temporary monitoring needs. So yeah, I think Caleb was explaining to me that it's great for filmmaking and stuff.
Yeah, Bill. Let me. If I have a
Yeah,
handle on what this does,
go ahead.
what I think this does, and tell me if I'm wrong or not. Say you're on a professional project, right? And maybe you have a director, whatever, and the director could use this to monitor what the camera guy's shooting and live. He doesn't have to go look at it later, whatever. But
Or
I understand the stronger it is, the farther you could be away from the camera guy shooting the action.
not just that, he can pull the saved data from his hard drive to him and
Right,
look at it, play with it, edit it, and do whatever, and him not know the camera guy not know about it at all.
right, right.
Have no clue that they sucked all that out of there. They might even could record stuff, and he might not even be recording. Just have the unit on.
Now, Bill, on okay, let's relate back to drones. If you turn all your data off of your drones, the low data mode, can it still pull the footage off if your drone's in low data mode?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
I
either.
don't know for sure. And okay, now wait a minute. I'm gonna go back over here real quick. And I know I've been brought up a really quirky, controversial subject, but I'm gonna go. Hey, John, Flying Flynn Media, Berkeley 107 drones. Dusty East Coast Thrills.
Waypoint New England's in here now too.
Waypoint, New England. Glad to have you in the
Mark
house.
White's in here.
Hey, there he is. Okay, Stevie, glad to see you. Oh, so Nemo, I'm out of sync. That was 6 minutes ago. I don't know if it caught
Yeah,
up or
Bill, you're
not.
not out of sync to me, but you may be out of sync to something in transmission someplace. But you're in sync. You're in sync when you to me when you talk.
Uh, It's almost real time, so I'm like watching the recording and seeing what
Yeah,
happens.
it's real time.
It's no, it's crazy. No, I can see. Yeah, I'm out of sync. You're right. I'm out of sync. I have no idea what it is. So anyway, let me mute that back. Okay, guys, I'm sorry that you have to do. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Let me.
again, like Bill said, just pretend you're watching like a Chinese kung fu movie or a Japanese
No, I don't
Godzilla
want to do
movie.
that. Let me do this. And what, Ron, you hang on for a minute and you run things
Okay,
for a bit.
hang in
You
there.
just continue the subject. Okay, go. What I think I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna give you. Okay, that's part of why the U.S. government's pissed off at DJI. But I think maybe that it's not 8K on the Action 5 Pro. What if it connects to this SDR? And I'm gonna reboot and come right back.
Okay. So, folks, yeah, Bill's theory is the Action 5 Pro will not have the 8K. We just say that because being from the leaked photos is not going to have a one-inch sensor. So you'd think if they're going to come out and call something a Pro, they're going to have to have some kind of a, gain in the video resolution. And if you're not going to increase the sensor size, maybe another way to do it is increase the Ks, the resolution, we'll call it here. But, and I think this product, since it's already been FCC approved, I think we'll see this product sooner or later. My guess would be sometime in August. So we'll probably know, pretty soon. But again, the darn Action 4 is probably the best action camera I've ever used. So it's going to take a lot of convincing to get people to upgrade from the 4 to the 5 Pro in this case here. So they've got to have something going for them. It's got to be more than the fact that it works with this DJI SDR, which that's a niche item. Very few people outside of professional video production people will be purchased such a device. So having it being compatible with a niche product doesn't seem like much of a feather in its cap for people to upgrade, from their Action 4, Action 3. Some people still love the Action 2, which is actually on the Amazon Prime Day for only $199. That the Action 2, the one that was you could snap it together, it could become very small, it'd be a POV style camera, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to what the Action 5 Pro's going to have, but I very much doubt it's going to be a must upgrade type of item, and I'm really interested to see what they do that they're going to call it a Pro, especially if they're not increasing the sensor size. One of the rumors out there that it'll have a bigger battery, some more capacity. Battery capacity is always a big thing, and maybe a little more heat proof. But the Action 5 is very resistant to overheating, issues like that to begin with. So an improvement in that category is always nice. But this one's already good at that, and this one already has good battery life. Yeah, a little extra battery life is nice, but not really a must upgrade, bullet point either. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be the next product we're going to see from DJI, not counting this SDR or some kind of enterprise, level product like the SDR and the bicycle thing. I'm not sure the bicycle engine did that even come out, folks? I mean, I haven't seen it for sale any place. So is that even out yet? Another kind of niche product at this point. Apparently, the Air 3S or the Air 4, whatever they're calling it, is a little bit delayed behind. So we're we're probably not going to get that before the Action 5. So maybe just a ballpark, maybe the new Air drone in September and the Action 5 Pro in August. Just a loose timeline. Yeah, I can see the chat, John. And if I'm out of sync or whatever, I'm in sync while I'm watching the broadcast on Bill's screen. I'm out of sync on the second screen I set because it's always a natural delay, but I'm in perfect sync on the screen I'm watching, the main screen. Whether you guys are seeing the same screen I am, I don't know. Jim's droning saying the Ace Pro even does 11K time lapse. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And I think the GoPro Hero 12 does a higher K on the time lapse than it does, a normal filming. So and I know Jim's a big fan of that Ace Pro, and I know DJI's. I mean, DJI's got to play a little catch up. And I see Bill's back in the green room here. He's back on screen.
Can you tell the difference?
You're in sync, Bill.
Really?
But you were always in sync to me, though.
Yeah, can't. Well, we got to see what the people say. Yeah, I might not be.
Grumpy, I always have blue eyes. Yeah, and John can hear the roughness in my voice. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe this new rough voice will be my new trademark.
Barkley's telling Lloyd to calm down. Look at this. Look at this.
Easy, Lloyd.
Well, I don't know if it's doing any better or not.
Well, chat will let us know.
Actually, my first name is Charles. Okay, so what were you talking about while I was gone?
Well, we just kind of wrapped up the conversation. Well, not wrapped up, but on the Action
okay, what do you think?
Whether it's going to have 8K or not, or whether it's going to work with that SDR thing. I'm saying that SDR thing that we're talking about, that's a professional piece of gear only. Not many people that are running around filming mostly on an Action 5 are going to be purchasing an SDR kit with it also. Bill, naturally out of sync. Is that possible, Warren?
I think you may be right, though.
Yeah, is that possible?
I need. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need. Thanks to Warren. That's a T-shirt I need that just says "naturally out of sync."
Yeah, what? It's built between dimensions or something.
Naturally out of sync. Well, probably. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Bill, can we go Squirrel real fast? Did you watch that Dark Matter show on Apple TV yet?
No, sir. I have not watched any of it.
Yeah,
I tried. I think I tried.
Kind of interesting. I'm not highly recommending it. I'm not saying it's not good, but I mean, it wasn't my favorite. But here's my good recommendation, Bill. Have you seen the new Beverly Hills Cop movie, the Axel F. Beverly Hills Cop one that just came out? That movie is great.
He says now we're both out of sync. He said still out of sync in Connecticut, I guess, or up that way. Away from on the other side of the country.
Well, maybe we'll be in sync on the when it's published version.
I don't know. StreamYard. I mean, not StreamYard, but EVMux has been super weird here lately. There's all kinds of crazy glitches coming up on it. I think they're trying to plug in too many things, and it's throwing off the overall.
Well, okay. Dale's reporting no issues in Washington on the sync.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, anyway, so but Ron, we're coming out with two versions of the Action 5. One being the commercial version, and if you haven't noticed, I've noticed a lot of reality television is using assloads of GoPros for their footage that they put on a lot of their shows.
Really?
Yeah, I mean a lot of these. Like my wife watches. Have you ever seen Gold Rush?
No, sorry.
Okay, it's on. No, it's okay. It's on Discovery, and she started watching it, and I got hooked on it, kind of like when she did, because it talks about this boy. When he took over, he was only 15 years old. His grandpa literally passed him a gold mine to run and be in charge of when he was 15 years old. His name was Parker Schnabel. Okay, now he's 28 years old, and he's worth about, I don't know, probably $8 or $9 million. Owns like some of the biggest properties in Alaska to mine for gold. So when he started out, he was going to other people, basically paying for those claims and stuff. So he'd have to give them a percentage of what he made. Now he's got his own property and everything. And so and anyway, so all of the footage that they get, like 90% of it is from action cameras, either mounted on the people or mounted on the equipment.
Could you imagine being a director, whatever, and you walk on a set and there's the camera guy? You're expecting to see a big rig. He's sitting there with a GoPro.
Well, not necessarily. Well, it's not just because they even use drones on this show.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was really cool. It looks like, it looks to me like it's built, but it looked to me like on a Matrice frame. So I don't know.
You're perfectly right, Bill. With even stuff off the shelf.
Okay, so we're
4K
still in squirrel mode. We're still in
drones. You could produce content that most people couldn't tell the difference between that and Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying it could possibly. Can you imagine if you were on a reality show and you could pull that straight from that camera in real time, not interfering with any of your. Anyway,
You won't say the M word anymore.
He loves to throw stuff out. No, you can say it, Ron.
Okay.
You can say it might not be that way.
I don't say that word often.
I don't say that word often either. Maybe that's why I've had such a fascination with it tonight. Anyway, I'm just saying that potentially the pro version could give it access to that, and that's hence the pro, because none of us have an explanation for the pro. We're trying to say 8K is going to make it pro, but we already know it's got the same exact, well, not the same exact, but same size sensor.
Yes.
It's going to have probably a better processor and definitely a better battery.
Same 2.8 aperture.
Yeah, and probably, but it is going to have a better battery. So
yeah, and you said possibly a better, not camera sensor, but a better processor in there to move the data even faster.
Right, kind of like that they did with the Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro in the drone area. That's what, we all logic that one out, so it's very cool. So anyway. That's why I was thinking the Pro version. That's because, they're talking about the SDR Pro, and they're talking about the DJI Pro, and then here we got the Action 5 Pro, and normally we don't see that in an action camera. We haven't. They've seen
never used the Pro moniker in the action line.
And the can't, or for that matter, they've not done it in the Pocket series either. And you would figure, especially this big 1-inch bastard that came out recently, you could have easily called that a Pro.
Yeah. I can't understand the technology, but a lot of people say that that smaller sensor is better for action cameras in what they're trying to do. Shoot a lot of high frame rate type of stuff or whatever. That smaller sensor actually benefits action cameras.
Oh, it makes sense though. Because it doesn't. It's not hogging the processor. It's able to pull all that in fast. Because it's coming through that smaller, that's what it seems to me, as opposed to having that big, wide area that it's got to process and do all the coloring and all that stuff too. It pulls it from a smaller space.
Believe me, Bill, most of the time, if you took this camera against the Pocket 3 and somehow you took out the fisheye look so you couldn't tell by the wide thing, most of the time you couldn't tell the difference between the video coming out of this and the Pocket 3.
Right.
Always on the same level.
We're doing it. Wait. We need to do it side by side. We'll put them really close. Ooh. I need to move it in. No,
take mine.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Anyway. So while we were still Squirrel and we were talking about shows, which still brought us back to drones in a weird way, I wanted to bring up that this week's streaming recommendation from me. I haven't seen Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes yet because I don't want to pay that ridiculous amount of money to get it yet. So I think it's going to be on either Hulu or Disney Plus probably in the next month and a half. So if you want to wait it out. But I wanted to recommend an old movie that you probably haven't watched in a long time. But considering whom it is, I think I wanted to do it in a way to kind of pay respect to him because of his current situation. And I realized when I watched the movie, after it being, you know, 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, I think, maybe 25 years old. I don't know. I don't know for sure how old it is. But Bruce Willis in Hudson Hawk, and his co-star
Oh.
is Danny Aiello.
Hmm.
And what is the lady's name? I can see her.
I forget.
Anyway, I can see her face, but I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Anyway, do you remember the movie, Ron? Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, and well, I have seen it a long time ago, and of course, everything the people know about Hudson Hawk when it came out, it was a big financial flop.
But the movie's phenomenal. It's incredible because he's so. It's so funny because like it turns out that what it is he's a master thief. Hudson Hawk is like the world's greatest thief, and he got set up and sent to prison. You know, we've seen a million of those movies like that.
Hmm.
And they all come out of prison and he's trying to go straight. But of course, the bad guys have just one more job for him to do. And he's trying to stay on the straight and narrow. And then we find out that not only are the bad guys really bad guys, but the CIA is also involved. You know, so this is back in the day, you know, we're talking still Cold War time, you know, and so it was really cool and it's funny. And anyway, to make a long story short, he has to steal a bunch of crystals in order for them to build Da Vinci's gold machine, which basically turns lead into gold. And, you know, that's what the bad guys want. So, but I love it, you know, because I think it's hilarious. Because
Yeah,
I think
it is an oldie. I mean, that's maybe like 30 years old.
And the thing that's cool is like, it's because he's like, he gets out and he's like, they're getting ready to go hit that place, remember? And
Hmm.
he's like, hey, Eddie, did you get a watch? You know, they have those things now. They have a watch, and because they always, they do their timer by singing songs.
Hmm.
They do all like old show tunes and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about it. It was really
Yeah,
cool. But yeah,
yeah,
but it's a great movie, you know, and that's my streaming suggestion for the week because I haven't watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Maybe next week. Who knows? I don't know.
yeah. Definitely check out the new Beverly Hills Cop movie.
Oh, I have. I need to watch that. I let everybody else downstairs watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's a nice, they bring almost everybody that's still alive back from the first one, so it's kind of a nice walk down
Ooh,
memory lane.
that's a trippy one too. That's a
I
trippy
don't
one.
remember the Jackal. How old was that?
He's like the terrorist. Remember, he's got blonde
You
hair,
know what? Yeah, yeah, I do remember
and
it.
then he's
Okay.
got the gun set up in the back of the minivan.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a killer movie too. That is a killer
Yeah,
movie too. But I like the reason that I liked him and Hudson Hawk so much is because he started out on Moonlighting. Remember, and he was
yeah,
totally hilarious on Moonlighting because
yeah,
they let him do his own comedy, and then in Hudson Hawk, that's what he does pretty much. Because and the CIA, remember the CIA group was named after candy bars.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was really cool. Anyway, I got a kick out of it. So that's what I wanted
Now,
to recommend for this week.
where'd you stream this at, Bill?
I own it, so I watched it on
Okay,
what is it, Fandango? But you can watch it for free streaming on Tubi,
okay,
Tubi. It's for free.
good, good.
So yes, you can get over there and watch it free. That's what I was trying to do because I know everybody doesn't want to go buying movies every week. You know, if I reckon and my wife.
Especially when you already paid for a whole bunch of streaming services.
Well, the thing that okay, we're really going massively squirrel.
Down a rat hole.
Well, no, not so much down a rat hole, but we're definitely going squirrel for a while because, like I said, yes, that's why I wanted
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah,
And yes, those are all great too, but I've seen them like a bazillion times on every network. You
yeah.
know, I've seen them so many times, and
No, how long has it been since Bruce Willis made a movie when he was still, still feeling good? We'll say.
Axel F is the best DJI hacker. Movie therapy. We're taking over, man. We're becoming movie
Yeah,
critics now.
yeah.
Hello. Wait a minute.
Oh, Chuck Novak.
Hello. Did you hear me, Chuck? Hello.
Hello, Chuck.
The new Beverly Hills Cop is funny, but pretty much the same as every other one. The new Bad Guys is. Oh, I was curious about Furiosa, but I'm going to wait it out too.
But, Bill, the real highlight of the movie is Kevin Bacon. He should win the award for best bad guy of the year already in this film.
I prefer travel therapy. If I had a bank check that or a bank book that would support travel therapy, I might like travel therapy more.
Well, how about travel and drone therapy all wrapped up together?
Well, I'm actually going to here. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So I've lived in Seattle for going on 15 years.
Okay.
Okay. And next week, well, we're going to Great Wolf Lodge. We always do that. We're taking the grandkids to Great Wolf Lodge on
good.
Sunday and hanging out with them and doing stuff with them. And then we're coming back here the very next day and checking on the dogs and stuff, checking on the house stuff. And then we're going to go get off the next morning and go drop off our daughter and go into Pike's Place Market. We've never been there. You know where you see on the football games where they're flinging the fish and catching it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. Well, there's
Cool.
like 465 shops.
Wow.
So I was telling my wife, she's like, well, don't you want to go to the Space Needle and all that? I was like, we're going to get over here, and I guarantee you're going to be like, well, I want to go over here, and then I'm going to say, I want to go over here. The next thing you know, we're going to go, oh God, we got to go get our daughter. But we're going to try to go to the art center, see the glass, and go to the Space Needle, because I still haven't been to the Space Needle. I mean, I've been within like a block and a half of the Space Needle,
right.
like a few times, but never been in it.
Yeah. You can go to the top and all that.
I've never been up there.
Okay.
15 years, and I've never been up there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go do that and go to, like, there's a blown glass place. So we're gonna go check that out and everything. Yes, Chuck, I'm going to do video. I'm going to do video. Okay, so back
you
to
maybe we shoot it with the Action 5 Pro.
my wife and I both are going to be shooting stuff. But
Cool.
she may be the influencer that's actually got the Action 5 Pro.
Right, but she's on her NDA, so she can't come on the show tonight.
Yeah, she that's why she can't. She tests all the cool products. That's why she can't ever come on.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, I heard you the drone celebrity in Seattle this week.
I know Bob's in town.
Bob Dempsey, Lance Cadena was picking up Bob Dempsey at the airport the other day.
Wait a minute. You know what it is? They're retrieving data out of my brain while the show's going on without my
Bill's
knowledge.
cap works with a
So that's what it is. It's they're throwing me out of sync because DJI's using SDR on my brain. It's in the cap, man. There's a radio in there. See it?
Yeah.
Okay. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, the drone deals.
Yes.
They're over with today. They're over with today.
Yes. Yeah. You got to do it by midnight wherever you live.
Okay. Here's something. B&A. Hey, Chris. Glad to see you. I'm not taking the Action. Okay. Same thing. Pocket 3. We have a Pocket 2 and a Pocket 3. So that's how that'll work.
Okay.
Or I'll have the Pocket and she'll have the Action.
Hey, we got an update. Lance and Bob went to Dale's today.
Yes. That's what I was going to say.
Station.
Yeah, Bob, he went down. But see, you remember when Bob was on his show and told everybody he was coming a couple of weeks ago? And he was talking about, because you all know that I have to stay up here because of the business, right?
Right.
And I was like, dude, if you can get up here, you can eat dinner with us. You're welcome to eat dinner with us. My wife was going to fix, Filipino food stuff and everything. Never heard word one back. And then next thing I know, I see him live down there I was like, oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. I guess that was his advertising. Anyway. So, but let's see, what else was, oh yeah. What I was going to say, what was the discount on Prime for the Air 3?
Well, I know the Flymore combo was from like $300 off. It was down from like 15 something to 13 something.
Right, and that was going to expire tonight.
And I think it was $879 if you just wanted to buy the drone.
Okay, that's really cool. Let me see here. Okay, so let me share this screen with you guys. I don't know if it'll pop through, so I may have to bring it back out. Let's go over here.
Links down below on all these products, folks.
Yeah, links down below.
Click the links. It came through.
Bugsy. Oh, she was having a nightmare. My little wiener dog was having a nightmare, and she was laying there doing barking in her sleep.
Wow.
I was like, wake up, wake up. So anyway, this is B&H, right? I'm hoping, right, and I'm hoping it'll switch. Let's see. I'm going to check real quick and see if it switches. Yes, cool. Okay, so let's go air. Air through. Oh, whoa, it went back up.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Oh, no. This is what the cake. This is, hang on. Here we go. Nope.
There you go. There's the one down there. Air 3 combos, $12.39.
Right, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Fly More combo with the RC2 is still $12.39, and they have 12-month promo financing with Paybu. Good. Or you can go down here and get the Fly More combo with the RCN2 for $1,079, wow. Or the exact same Amazon Prime Days price. Yeah. For just the drone alone and the RCN2 controller for $879, and it's not expiring from what I can see. Oh wait, offer. Nope. Here it is. Offer ends July 17th at 8:59 PDT.
Your time, yeah.
Wait a minute, but this one doesn't say this. This is this one. This is for the Nanook 920 case. So you get the hard shell case and everything. Yeah. Okay, so that one's in tonight. See, this one doesn't say anything. 12-month promo financing with Paybu.
Do they always give any dates for their sales?
They usually will tell you when they're expiring, when the sale prices are expiring. So I don't think these are going to expire tonight. So, like I said, if you can't get, which means the other one, what's the other one?
The little mini 4K.
No, the other
39.
Yeah, but what's the other website like B&H?
Oh,
Adorama.
Adorama, yes, Adorama.
Yeah. So Adorama
the camera shop.
Yeah, they will have probably the same prices as B&H Photos. Right. So that's usually a good marker that a new drone is about to come out. I've heard crazy stuff going around. Not that I have really any connections anymore, but just reading through the scuttlebutt on the internet is that the Air 3S is still in development. I have no idea why. That's why when we see those pictures, there's like tape stuff all over. Yeah. It's like they're testing different sensors and stuff, and they're trying to force other sensors to work the way they want them to. And so that's why we're getting those weird pictures. Like some of them will have half of it taped on this side, or the whole side, both sides will be taped. They're checking out for venting, overheating, all this stuff because there's some quirky issue going on. I don't know what it is. Usually you'll hear something, but I haven't seen or heard anything.
There's some kind of delays because of issues.
That's
a big rumor going around.
I'm hearing maybe early September.
Yep.
So anyway, it's cool.
We're probably going to get the Action Fire Pro first.
Oh yes, exactly. That's why they threw that out there for us.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be another week or two before we get heavy.
That's called throwing us the bone, right?
Well, I think that the Action Pro 5, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say probably first or second week of August, it will come out. Okay, what'd you say? The DJI
Mini 4K.
Mini 4K, that's right. What was the price?
The $299 down to $239, 20% off.
Oh, they don't have the Mini 4K. Wow. That's really strange.
And now go back up top again, that Mini 3... At Play Mini 3 with the RC remote, that's like $419 on Amazon.
Okay, but read what it says right here. Right here it says $119.01 coupon applied in cart.
So that gets it down. That gets it down, right?
Yep. Right. So that's going to give you that's going to So they've matched all the Amazon prices.
Yes. Yes.
That's wild. Look
Hey,
at
look at the
here's
Pocket 3. It has the bestseller logo beside it. And
top
nothing
seller.
else
Yep,
does.
yep. And then look at the Action 4 is $100 off.
Well, that's a hiking combo.
Yep, yep. But still, it's just well, it's not a whole lot extra. An
Yeah.
extra battery, I guess, will keep your phone
I
warm.
think you can get the Action 4 like regular combo for like 329 or 330, somewhere in that range. That's a pretty good deal. Where you get the extra batteries and the stick.
Purchased a bootleg No. What? What do you mean like so?
He
What is
got
that?
one of those cojitos.
Yeah, yeah. You got one from down there. Let's see. Scroll. I'm gonna scroll way up here. TJ, good to
Well,
see you.
TJ.
Luigi. Watch. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna mess with all of us. And at Halloween, he's gonna go as Mario.
That traitor.
He's gonna mess with us all hard. Let's see. I'm not
Talk
sure.
about the Avata 2 not being discounted.
That is kind of weird.
Well, it's the most recent drone build. It's a news
And
drone.
not just that. It tells you that it's selling really good too.
Yeah, they don't need to discount it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's selling really, really good. The only thing that I'm hearing is that it's fragile. But
And you hear that from a lot of people that haven't even crashed it.
well, if you own, well, no, okay. He says he's going as Luigi, so we're good there.
Okay, thank you, TJ, for confirming that.
But so the last picture we had was, like I said, that taped up Air 3. Wouldn't call it an S or whatever. That's what they're calling it. Trying to say it is.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we don't know what they've added to it, what they've taken off. If it has more sensors, I was still hoping, I guess, that it was going to be a Mavic 5, because the initial Mavic 3 is doing like the old Mavic.
You meant to say Mavic 4, right?
Yeah, Mavic 4.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah, no, I agree, Bill. Nobody wants a new air drone. They want a new Mavic.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean the current Air is better than the Mavic in a lot of ways. Get the Mavic to be the top drone again.
Right, exactly. And unless they're gonna, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
and next Mavic was gonna be more of a consumer or a professional drone, and they were gonna just make the Air the top of the line of the consumer drones.
Right.
And then like I said, we could get Air S, Air T, Air U, Air V, Air W, Air X, Air Y, Air Z,
Right.
Air AA.
Right.
Let's see. Hit a random poll. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, yeah, Captain. Yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah,
That was intense.
I think it wound up at the bottom of the water, so he wound up getting another one.
That's true. They like to diversify their price points. They're just going to offer everything on one page so that everything's like $1 apart, and it'll be like you'll look over and it won't be a drone. It'll be like it'll be filters or something, and it'll be $6.99, $6.98, $6.97, $6.94. That so forth and so on.
Hey, let me address the question in the chat here.
All right.
Andrew, no, I haven't crashed the Avata 2. And TJ, I have the Avata 2, and I still have the Avata 1. If anybody wants to use Avata 1, hit me up.
Or buy it, or you just want them to use it?
Buy it.
Oh, so he has an Avata 1 for sale. Is there a price on it? We need to start an auction here.
Prices are negotiable.
Lloyd Mendenhall takes it worth $1,743. Thank you, Lloyd. Please meet the checker at the end.
But no, my Avata 2 has never, my Avata 1 or Avata 2 have never been crashed.
I haven't wrecked any of my DJI drones. Knock on pressed wood.
I mean, I crashed a Mini 2.
I haven't crashed any. Excuse me, man.
Luckily,
Wow,
it was
sorry.
brand new. It was under, camera refresh and all that, so it was like $40 to get another one.
But I just kind of blew my mind that they were it looks like they're going to be on. Of course, I don't know why. Maybe let's see if Adorama. Ad, Adorama. I'm hoping that's right. If not, it'll tell me. No,
But
it's not
TJ,
right.
I didn't bring it to Florida because it's too hard to travel with those FPV drones because of the huge size of the goggles.
Now say that again.
I mean, let TJ know I didn't take the either Avata to Florida because it's hard to travel with those because the goggles are so bulky.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know if I'd want. Yeah, I'd have to carry them on with me. I don't think I could. Yeah, ooh, that would freak me out. There it is. I'm looking at the SDR transmission. I'm looking to see if Adorama has DJI Mini 4K. Ooh, we might have a winner. No, not even Adorama.
Huh.
Let me just type in Mini 4K and see what comes back. I'm looking. In case y'all are wondering, I'm just looking to see if DJI has Mini 4K.
We're up to $51 for the Avata in the chat.
Oh wow! Nope, nope. They don't carry any. That's so. I wonder if does Best Buy carry it?
I think so.
Let's see. Okay, one other thing I want to bring up, and I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want to dwell on it long, because it seems like everybody goes down a rabbit hole when they bring this subject up anymore. We are not, I repeat, not out of the woods with the possible DJI ban. The only thing that looks like what's going on is they're going to wait until after November to try to reconcile this package. Okay, now if things go the way things are leaning, then that original bill is going to be put back the way it was. Think about it. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying think about it. If they don't reconcile it before and then things go as predicted in November, then one party will have control of everything. So how do you think that bill is going to be reconciled? It's going to be put right back in there. So just keep hammering away. Keep sending them in. And like I said, it's going to come down to the point where if you want to keep flying, you're going to have to vote people out of office.
You saw the latest that they're even trying to slip the drone ban in a Chinese car ban.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
They'll find a way to slip it in someplace or another.
This was given to me by a good friend who lives up the road named Will. I fly with him here and there sometimes.
I thought you were going to say a good friend named Frank Wang.
Frank Wayne. No, I wish. He only knows them influencers with larger channels, and I don't know. I need to spend probably about 2 weeks editing video and practicing editing video with no interruptions, and let me be creative before I could really, throw out crazy stuff.
Lock you away in the editing room, huh?
Well, I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I'll start editing something, and then the first 2 or 3 minutes it goes great, and I've got like the first 45 seconds of the video plotted out, done the way I want it, and then I'm figuring, okay, I'm going to try to get about another 2 minutes in here and make it right around 3 minutes long, just a little under 3 minutes, try to keep people's attention span, and then I'll either something will happen with my software, my computer will lock up, or I'll just get bored to tears and say, nope, I'm going to shortcut it, throw something in there, and then put it up on YouTube. And you can't always do that now. Oh, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that.
Oh, you wanted stickers tonight, Bill?
I surely did.
Congrats.
I surely did. I was rather happy to do that. I was glad. And he sent me stickers before, so I think he's got my address. If not, you had to hit me up, Johnny. I'll get it to you. But yeah, I was very happy with that. I don't have any new drone cases to put it on, but I was very happy for that. Uh-oh. Oh, what? Nuh-uh. Man, we have like 85, 87, hot weather.
Oh.
For us. And now I'm looking over and it says rain possible. So I'm thinking, oh boy, humid because the humidity here's been today 68%.
Well, that's not bad.
For here, when you're used to 23 and below here, yeah, it's
Oh,
rough.
I see. When 68 to shore here, we're happy.
Well, see, I live like probably I don't know shit mile and a half from the shore. Hey
Yeah.
Johnny, and there's anybody else that I missed that came in? I said hey to Chris and Andrew. I said no, it wasn't a new hat. Will Frankhauser gave it to me. Oh wait, and then he went. You got it to 51. Okay.
Yeah, we're 50. We're stuck at 51.
Don't trust the
Other
weatherman.
weatherman.
Anyway, no, it's Alexa.
Okay.
Alexa, notifications.
One new notifications from Amazon. Today, there's a chance of rain beginning in Amazon, starting around 7 p.m. and stopping around 8 p.m.
and continuing intermittently until around 3 p.m.
Well, now you got my Alexa talking.
I heard that, man. That was funny. But it tells me that this is what's so funny. It says that there's a chance of rain starting at 7 p.m. and stopping around 8 p.m. So we're not going to get any rain. I guess
You got everybody Alexa going, huh?
I guess I'm not out of sync after all.
Yeah, right. Alexa's not out of sync.
Yeah, exactly. Wait a minute. Did he wake everybody else's up?
You got Dow first too.
Wait a minute. You ready for this one?
Oh, Alexa, hold your ears.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, play music everywhere.
Sure. Here's Apple Music on the Everywhere group.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, stop. Alexa,
Mom was
stop.
gonna play James. Mom was gonna play James Taylor.
It's playing Fleetwood Mac here.
Yeah, I got James Taylor. Remember JT?
That's my favorite one though. Like in the morning when I'm cooking breakfast,
Yeah.
I'll do it, and it'll be on sometimes for a minute or two until it starts aggravating my wife, and then it'll stop.
Look what Andrew put in the chat.
Yeah.
Alexa, open the pod bay doors.
But see, I have earphones in, so it doesn't come out on the speakers.
Okay.
Yeah, but the one in my bedroom, his name is Ziggy.
Oh, you renamed.
Yeah, so it didn't come on all the time.
That's cool.
Well, my wife is like, she's like, why did you name it that? Because I'm like, well, there's not many words that sound like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can be saying something similar to her name, and she'll come on.
Right.
Have you ever noticed that?
But if you
So-
want to get her attention, you can't wake her up.
Yes, but what's what I'm trying to say though, you could say something with the at the end of it sometimes,
Right.
and she'll wake, you know. Or
And of course, I have competing systems. I have the Apple HomePod, so they're listening for the other word.
okay, so let's see. We're going to Best Buy, looking for
Yeah, well, we're looking for the
DJI
Mini 4K at Best Buy.
Mini 4K. But it makes absolutely I don't understand a 5 and a 5 Pro. Mini 4K is but it's $359 for a Mini 4K Fly More combo.
Fly More combo. I'm the 239. I'm giving you,
Yep.
not the Fly More.
Right, it's $239, so save $60, but it ends in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Right.
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 So it's following the Prime deal.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. They're calling it Black Friday in July. I just see this banner up here at the top. It says Black Friday in July ends 7/17. I'm like, but that's Wednesday.
Well, technically on the East Coast, that's 2.5 hours away.
I don't think ours gives it. I don't even say her name. Yeah. Because they tell you though that they've got that SDR in those home units, right?
Now, did you look for that? Can you buy that on Amazon now
Oh, the SDR.
or Best Buy? Can you go price that out?
Ooh, let's see. Oh, let me look at B&H first, because they kind of sell professional stuff. So let's just do
Right.
DJI.
Right.
We'll just do because it got a basic store, power station, pro accessories. We have the DJI transmission with high bright monitor combo that looks similar to this, but I don't see. Oh, new release. Here it is. Hang on. I'll do a share.
You got it.
Yep, hang on. I'll do a share. Wake up, Bill. Wake up, Bill.
And in the meantime, Mark White said his Prime Day sale ended 2.5 hours ago.
Ah, and then we will put this up. Right there it is. You can see it in the middle.
Oh yeah, $5.49.
DJI new release. SDR combo, transmission combo, 6 months promo, $549. So what we got here? Oh, let's go see all details. Is that the Mic 2 combo for $249 I just saw? Wait a minute. Let me get. Did this switch for you all? I want to go back.
This switch, yeah.
Look at. Oh, that's the regular mic.
Yeah, that's Mic 1.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool beans. I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. What? Okay. So what they're calling it? They're just still saying SDR transmitter, SDR transmission combo. So yeah. So let's see. Can I get it bigger? Not really. So one is for transmission, I'm assuming, and one is the base station. I don't know how it works.
That makes sense, yeah. Did you notice in the fine print, Bill, it said 1080p 60 frames a second. So if you want to transfer content, if you're a professional, you want more than 1080p transferring over.
I think that's live transmission.
Okay.
So technically you could be watching something while they were shooting in 1080p
Yeah.
without degrading your film.
Right.
That's
If you're
trippy.
watching on a smaller monitor, 1080p would look great.
Yeah, see? Look at that. 35 milliseconds low latency.
Yeah. 20 megabytes.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, transmission, transmitter, transmission receiver, camera mounting, gimbal mounting, USB. What else we got?
But still, your typical hobby pilot would have no need for something like this.
Oh no. But you can see here. See this guy? Can I
yes.
make it bigger? Oh yeah, let's do that. There we go. Oh man. Here we go. See, he's over here working on the camera, filming, and then here's say his director or producer back here watching his shot as he's filming it.
Yeah.
Plus he's in the headset too, so he could give him direction. He could say, okay, tell her to go back to Mark 1 and then start up the stairs, and then he could say, okay, I want you to pan instead of from left to right, go from right to left. He could say that. And then they could redo the scene, boom, without having to go look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nobody's to wind back any film or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, or you could. You could go look for...
You could, but you don't have to because you can see it live.
Right. Or for that matter, I don't know for sure if maybe you could download it to, say, a database, and you would get... Like, say your higher-ups would be able to download it and watch it.
Right, or say the producer's not even on set. The producer's back in Hollywood. He can watch it even.
Mike said it said strong penetration.
Yeah. Not we didn't say that. They said that.
Yeah, it was reading the fine print. I can't read the fine print anymore. Let's see. Yes, they're. I think both Adorama's in New York too, isn't it? And I think
I know B&H is. I'm not sure about Adorama.
But I know that there's certain, like, they don't work on Saturdays, isn't it? Is it Saturdays? There's like
Or,
one day a week they don't work. Sometimes they celebrate different
no,
holidays
I
and
think it's a
stuff.
weekday because Saturdays, I think it's a Jewish family owns it, so they, of course,
Both
they're
of
off
them.
off on all the Jewish holidays.
I
Yeah,
think the
maybe
same
maybe
group
all
owns both of
Sundays.
them. But I think the same group owns both of them.
Yeah, and
Uh,
what you're alluding to, they do still have a physical brick and mortar store you can walk into.
yes, they do. That's still there in New York. But does Adorama?
Not yet, not sure.
Okay, I don't think so. So anyway, saying, what do you mean? What could you do? Like I said, I know that the real time transmission is 1080 60p, which more than is going to give, if you're a producer or director, more than to give you a view of what's going on. Now, I don't know. Do you have the ability to stream that somewhere else? Do you have the ability to record that data? Are you going to only be able to record at 1080p? I don't know. I didn't read all the specs. But like I said, it's really cool for the industry and stuff. But because stuff can go on without it interfering with the actual working of the camera. So that's why it's super cool. That's why people like it. But it's also, like I said, supposedly what the U.S. says is being done with our drones is they're accessing them while we're flying and using it to gather data without our knowing it.
But I would guess to access it, they would still have to be somewhat within in close proximity to the drone. Like you couldn't access the data if you were in the next town over or anything. You still have to be kind of in a general area, right?
I would assume. That's why I said it would be nice if they could show us how this is going on. I don't understand it well enough. Like I said, it was the what did I say it was called? The software defined radio.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's what Caleb explained to me. He was like, that's exactly what, the U.S. was trying to say DJI is doing with their drones is they're retrieving data from our drones while we fly them without us knowing it. And then here we've got this, which is, pretty much exactly what they said. They accused us of them doing, or accused them of doing with their drones.
And of course,
Now,
we got FCC approval with no effort here.
yep. So it must not be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Obviously, the people at the FCC read the headlines too. They know there's a possible drone ban, and they're not slowing down at all. What's a slide shoe?
15 hours per shoe. Wow.
Bill, what is a slide shoe?
I don't know for sure, but that's maybe something to do with dancing.
It's a size 12.
That's what he said. Yeah, because Mike's got big feet. But how much filament have you got? 15 hours? How much filament is that going to take? Oh, it's like a sandal.
What kind of printer is he using, Bill?
He uses. Oh fudge! What's that one I was going to buy? Bamboo.
The one Koopy likes.
But Koopy likes bamboo now.
What? I thought it was bamboo. Was it?
He used to when he and I were hanging out and talking. He used to like something with a P, but that was shit 2 years
Maybe
ago.
I got it
now.
wrong. John, are you still in the chat? What printer are you using now?
No. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have it all wrong, Bill.
No, like I said, I haven't talked directly to John in a long time, so I can't. Yeah, Prusa. He liked Prusa. That's what it was. And he was always talking about he liked them better than Creality and very cool.
Mike says they're like Nike sandals.
I don't know if I'm getting a general idea. Here's my sandals. I wear the hell out of these.
Oh, they're nice. Like
these-
Birkenstock. Yeah. Oh, they are Birkenstocks.
They are Birkenstocks. I've worn them to death for about 2 years now. The heels are shot out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's not gone away. it could be reconciled easily in that bill. You know, they could bring it back, but like I said, I think they're waiting, you know, until after the election to reconcile it. I think that's the plan. I don't
Well,
know.
that could be good, Bill, because once the election's over, nobody's going to worry about being anti-Chinese for a couple more years until more elections come around.
I don't think so. I got a feeling that if the election goes as predicted, that will go right back in there, and we'll have to deal with it sooner than we would otherwise.
Welcome in, Andrew.
Otherwise, now here's the thing, and I know people hate to admit this, but it's the Senate that saved everybody's drones from the chopping block this time.
Right.
Because I'm not doing this to try to create any problems or nothing like that, but it's the right that pushed the agenda, anti-Chinese, get rid of the drones. And I'm just saying, is if the right takes control in November, and then the only people they have to reconcile the bill with is themselves, will they not just put it back right the way it was before?
But nothing makes sense what goes on down there, but so
But does that not make sense
it
to
makes
you,
sense,
Ron?
but nothing makes sense down there.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just being logical about it. I'm not trying to tarnish one side or the other. I would love to keep flying drones, and I wish we had 4 political parties.
Right. We do need 4 political parties, but
No,
at that point, we just wait for all American drones to arrive.
I hope. I really hope.
You're gonna have a new political party called the Drone Party.
Well,
There you go.
like Bob Dempsey talked about, we need a drone pack.
Angel, did you have a Bob Dempsey sighting this week in the Seattle area?
No, I know he got in here yesterday with Lance, and I saw them do some stuff. I haven't been too busy around here, running
Right.
like a madman.
Right.
Yeah, I know Caleb's working really hard too. And, you know, of course now, you know, Centralia is only an hour from Tacoma, which is where I think he's staying at. But he's going to be busy the next couple of days, and then he's going back, I think. Or I heard.
Okay.
I think that's what I heard.
Now, what area does Lance live in?
Tacoma.
Oh,
Does
Tacoma.
Lance live in
Federal
Tacoma?
Way.
Federal Way.
Federal Way,
Yeah.
in
So-
between Seattle and Tacoma,
Okay. And how far is Seattle from Tacoma?
30-40 minutes.
Okay.
If that, yeah. Well, depending on traffic. If you go,
Traffic.
yeah. If you go, there's sometimes you could go and you'll get there in 15 minutes, but then
Yes.
there's other times it might take 3 hours.
If you drive the speed limit, it is, I want to say, 40-ish.
Yeah.
40-ish minutes, but if you go above the speed limits, which is what most people do around here, you can make it in 25-30.
And that's yeah. But Federal Way is a little bit closer.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but like I live in Everett, which is it's about the same distance either way. So it's about the same distance from Federal Way to Everett as it is from Federal Way to Centralia. But anyway, so either way, but yeah. Good night. Effective medication.
Effective medication this evening.
There you go. Have a good one, man. Okay, so since you got here late, we'll roll back. Do you know about the Action 5 Pro? Or have you been too busy to see any of that?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, we're speculating because this is the first one that they've ever called Pro. And we're trying to figure out why it's not just the Action 5. And instead it's the Action 5 Pro. And there's supposedly 2 models. Because did you all see that Osita had put out 2 different pictures?
Yes.
So there's a 5 and a 5 Pro. Okay,
Well, the 5 photo is the more recent one.
Yes, but like I said, if you look, even when I was on was that Adorama, and I went and looked at the gear to bring up, or B&H to bring up the SDR, it said DJI Pro. Okay, so I'm thinking I totally get what we have in the drone lineup, but those are flight vehicles that shoot pictures. But with the cameras, since we're coming out with a brand new system that broadcasts digitally, and we've given it the Pro moniker under the DJI Pro moniker, and we've got a new camera coming out, whether it be action or not. I'm wondering if the difference in the Pro, like I said, and I've said it before, is that this new Pro model uses SDR. Okay, Ron gave his theory because I was out of sync at the time and people got tired of watching a Japanese movie, and I rebooted and came back. So what do you think, Angel?
Well, if it was, I see a f2.8,
Yes.
155 degree field of view.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to basically try to take on GoPro.
Well, and it's the same processor that's in the last two versions, or a similar. It might be a newer version, but it's still a 1/1.3.
Yeah, this is probably going to be really pretty night footage, really, pretty dark, like dark footage.
That's a good point. That's a good point. The low light could be improved.
Well,
I mean, because of the f2.8, the f2.8 is making me think like, because that's my action photography lens.
F2.8 is what's on the current Action 4.
Yeah, it's already what's on there. As Ron and I were
Yeah.
advertising earlier, Ron.
I don't have one. Yeah, I had a GoPro 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
and
2.8 and the 155 field.
and you missed my public service announcement. If you bought one of these chargers, it's bad.
Unless you're looking to start a fire, then keep it.
Yeah, unless if it catches your house on fire and you need to stay warm, then keep it. If it catches your house on
On a cold
fire,
winter night, it may come in handy.
But yeah, supposedly they would catch on fire in charging. But like I was telling Ron, my wife took one of them all the way to the Philippines and brought it back, and it worked fine.
Well, you did have some people that have their phones charging on their bed, and then they catch on fire, which almost makes you think like, do they have the bad charger? Is the phone getting too hot? How does your stuff catch on fire?
Or did they have the charger half-ass connected instead of all the way?
Exactly.
Could have been.
But no, if they're going to call it a Pro, it probably is going to be some really pretty footage.
That's what we were trying to think about. That what is going to be, because there's obviously going to be a substantial price difference between a standard and a Pro. So what was it averaging in the drones? Probably what, $150 to $200, or was it more? Like, say, what was the? Go ahead.
Well, here's an example, Bill. When Insta360 released their Ace Pro last year, I believe the Ace Non-Pro, well, it was less than $100 difference between the Pro and Non-Pro in the Insta360 Ace line of action cameras. So it wasn't that great of a difference in pricing from Pro to Non-Pro.
Yeah, maybe 75 to 125 price difference. And what you probably are getting is, does the Action 4 do 5K or just 4K?
No, it's stuck at 4K. So we were guessing that maybe the Pro would be an 8K. The match Ace Pro Ace K.
Yeah, I totally get, but we don't even have. I know we've got televisions built that will do 8K, but we don't even have cable TV broadcasting fully at 4K.
Right. Try the stream in 8K, Bill.
Well, yeah, really. Well, I'm fine with streaming in 4K.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is none of the people broadcasted that. I don't understand.
It's kind of a useless spec, but it sounds good.
Yeah, I know you can crop in on the picture.
Right. You can crop in on when you want to. Yeah, that's the main advantage.
I just don't understand what the worthwhile. There's got to be something like Angel's saying. There's got to be something substantially different to make you pull that extra $100 bill out of your pocket.
Well, the Ace Pro's one of the selling points was it was great in low light. So Angel already brought the point up that maybe this will see the Ace Pro in low light.
Well, when you see like the
this
footage
one isn't terrible.
It's not
No.
terrible, but when you look at the footage of underwater GoPro versus Action 4, and you look at hiking pictures, and you look at all these things, I'm like, the one thing that would blow it out the water would be outstanding night footage. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Angel's got a good
outstanding night
point.
footage. Or like I said, it takes it to 5K, which gives you a little more, you get a
Like
little more
GoPro
spec
does.
there.
But Angel's right. People will pay more for good low light footage.
Low light
especially if it's
or
an
killer
action figure.
battery.
Well, we know there's
Killer
going to be
battery.
there's a substantial battery upgrade.
Yes.
You know, there is. So that's one thing. Here's a question: will an Action 5 battery work in an Action 3 or 4?
Is the Action 3 and Action 4 batteries compatible?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Are?
It's an interesting question. So, I mean, think about it. Everybody just keep the 4 and buy new batteries. Or keep the 3 and buy new batteries.
Battery is the same with both models. 1770 milliamp per hour.
Joe's telling you, hey, Angel.
I saw that. I was about to say.
I'm sorry for the total squirrel show tonight, folks, but I was just kind of, like I'm not 100% sure. I'm probably not going to do a show next week, but I might do like various lives from wherever we are.
Okay.
We'll see. Because I
Live
know,
on
like I said,
location.
yes, exactly. Like I know Sunday we're going to be at Great Wolf Lodge and down towards Dale, but I think Dale's going out of town, so he won't be there anyway. And then we're coming back up here, chilling out here for a night, going back to the city on Tuesday early, going to Pike Place Market, and then we're going to try to get over to the Space Needle and stuff. If not, we'll do that maybe sometime in the future. And then coming home Wednesday, I think we're taking the grandkids bowling somewhere. So we're going to go back into the city. We'll go south of the city again. And then Thursday, we're going to hang out here again. And then Friday, we're going to go to Canada and then hang out there for a day and come back.
You mean Canada,
Okay.
Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
Oh, wow.
BC? Like
Yeah.
in Vancouver?
Yeah, BC. But
Okay.
it was so funny. It was so funny because I told my wife, I was like, hey, what's up, Herman? I told my wife, I was like, hey, baby, I said, we can go to Vancouver. And she's like, we're going to British Columbia.
I get them out on my
And I
shirt now.
said, yeah, that's Vancouver.
Does she want to, like I said, you should give yourself 15 minutes so you can fly. I can give you the tips to fly.
What? It's kind of like me, her, and Erica are going, and it's we need to pay attention to Erica now more than we used to.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do some filming and stuff, and I'll do some spontaneous lives on my phone probably. So yeah, I doubt very seriously because see, Marcel lives up there. I mean, literally like 65 miles away. Lives
Yeah.
up there, and he flies
Yeah, they have,
FPV.
UAV drone is the app.
Yeah.
And then you could go on there and set it up, make your request, and then you could fly in British Columbia. You'll be good to go.
It's okay. I'm because I've been kicked out of Canada once. I've never been to where I could stay for any length of time. So
Yeah.
this will
How
be
long does it take to get to Canada, Bill?
well, okay, to get to the border, maybe an hour and a half because you get to once you get up a little bit further north in the state, you get to fly like a bat out of hell. You get to go to 70.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
you get to drop the hammer.
Oh, wow.
But now, when you get to the border crossing, it just depends on what mood they're in.
Okay.
They're fine. They're fine. Just know that, like I said, when I went up there a few months ago, we crossed the border to get poutine, and the agent looked at us like we were crazy.
You cross the border to get what?
Poutine.
My son wanted poutine.
What's poutine?
Fries with gravy.
Oh, okay. Didn't know. Didn't know. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyway,
and the border agent thought we were psychotic. You drove all the way up from Seattle to get poutine, and I was like, yeah, we drove from Seattle, but we're staying in Linden. So yeah.
the closest we've been, we went up there to a water slide. I can't remember the name of the town. There was a water park up there somewhere, and I found it, and we ended up staying in this like 1950s hotel that was still in the 1950s. So my my wife made us go to like a shopping mall, and we had to buy new pillowcases and sheets and everything. But we took them with us when we got done. But yeah, it was an old rundown place. But the water park was cool. We had fun up there. I don't even know if it's still open or not. Blaine, water
No,
park
I'm
in
gonna make the
Blaine.
joke. Was it the Bates Motel from Psycho?
That's on the other side of the country. But you, isn't that in Maine or Vermont? Isn't that where they do the Bates Motel?
Well, see, Ron, that's what Angels see. Mark is saying, don't you have to have the Canadian registration? Yeah, Birch Bay
It's
Water Park. There you go. That's exactly it.
There
Birch
you
Bay.
go.
I don't know if it's still open or not. I know that somebody got hurt there a few years back, like fell off one of the water slides.
Oh, that's not good.
So I was like, oh wow, boy,
Birch
you went into
Bay
that
Water
curb a little
Park.
fast. You're supposed to put your heels down. Whoops.
Why did Birch Bay water slides shut down?
Oh, is
Shut
so
down August 25th, 2023, a week before its scheduled closure after Baker was seriously injured while going down the hairpin slide.
Mm.
Okay. Man sues Birch Bay water slides for serious injury on slides.
the blacks. I went down
Okay.
the black slide. I went down the black slide. It's probably been, like I said, 15 years, but I went down the black slide. But yeah, it was like a tiny little water park, kind of like you would build in a small town, but not huge. And they had I think they had a wave pool and stuff.
This man got injured and was sent to the hospital for 2 weeks.
Okay, Justin wants to know why your desk isn't organized.
Well, it's a bit of a storage area right now because of all the stuff from the wedding, so we have to reorganize the room.
And at least it's he can breathe. So yeah,
Yes.
it was hot before, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to get hot again this weekend. So
Yeah. I have the fan blowing the windows open. I mean, it feels fine.
I know they had some kind of meetup today, but I only think 2 or 3 people went. And I believe there's supposed to be one this weekend.
Oh, for
In
the Northwest Drone Group?
Yeah, let me see.
I haven't looked. Let's see.
I know Caleb posted 2 or 3 things. My groups. I will show you.
Today, Poolsbo. Yeah, today in Poolsbo.
And then Sunday's another one.
And then Sunday is in Lakewood.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the small dark dog park. Here's the one I'm curious about. Okay, let me share this with everybody. Share, share, share. Share the screen. And this is the official drone club of the Northwest. Okay, and we got Sunday, July 21st. That's this week. And Lakewood at the Fort Steelecon Small Dog Park in Lakewood. It looks like there's going to be 11 people going. And then Saturday, August 4th, which maybe, I'm not 100% sure I can go or not,
That's
is at Satsop again. And then this is the one in Snoqualmie. I'm curious about, because I think he mentioned something about possibly being able to fly from here and
to
go
the
back.
falls.
Right, but isn't all of that on the reservation? Even the park too?
The park is, but the
And the
oh, that
falls.
one. I've been to there. That's a good
Oh, wait a
distance
minute, wait a minute.
away.
I'm not sharing this. Am I still sharing this? I didn't even put
You're
it in the
not
damn
sure,
chat.
Bill.
No,
I'm not. I've
no.
been talking and babbling away. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm slow and old and slow and old. Okay, so this one, Snoqualmie. And he was talking about us being able to, the Snoqualmie Falls are gorgeous. I mean, tons of people go and look at them because they're really big falls and they're really picturesque. And if you walk down the hill going by them, there's a million places to take great pictures and video. But you're not supposed to fly the drone because it's a state park. And it's also in an Indian reservation. But I was asking Angel if this Riverview Park in Snoqualmie, if it's not on the reservation itself, I think we're supposed to ask them for permission to fly. You know, I don't know 100% for sure. And I'm not, but because I'd love to go over there and try to get pictures of the falls. But I don't.
From that park, it's a good distance away. So you wouldn't want to fly from there back to the falls. You're clearly gonna lose line of sight.
Okay.
But if you go, there's a couple places that you could probably get a little closer.
No, I wasn't talking. I was talking about still. Is this park in Snoqualmie? Because I know the reservation is close to Snoqualmie, but it may not. I don't think it directly contains the falls or.
No, it doesn't. And that park it looks like it's outside of the tribal area.
Right. So I don't think. Yeah. So this park may very well be outside of it too.
Yeah, it's outside.
So technically, if Snoqualmie doesn't have any drone rules, then it's cool. But is it that far away from the falls? Did you bring up?
Oh yeah, you are gonna be Jesus. I mean, that is
Riverview
if you were
Park.
to drive there. Yeah, so Riverview. Snoqualmie
Can y'all still see this? Let me
Falls
see. Nope, it didn't bleed over. I wish it would, because I got
Yeah,
a
I mean
map.
it's nearly a mile and a half to drive there.
Oh,
Well, I'm looking at the map. There's a lot of cool stuff to take pictures of, though.
Actually, you know what's really good is Mount Si High School. If you do Mount Si High School, which is about 2 blocks away from this park, you get beautiful views of Mount Si.
huh.
Like
Cool.
ridiculous. And you got a big American flag in the shot.
And you got from here you got 2 bridges too that you can get pictures
Yep.
of.
You got
And
some cool bridges. You got a lot of good stuff around there.
So there are a lot of picturesque stuff.
And when do you
Yeah.
go out there, Bill?
The
August 18th, 16th?
16th,
Okay.
Friday the 16th. See,
So
that's
about a month from now.
I wish they could do it like on a Saturday, you know.
I
or a
know, but
Sunday.
there's kind of people's days, whatever days they can do, you know.
How many people are going to
I
that?
agree. Because I can't go
9.
at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I can't do 1 o'clock on a Friday.
I don't think I could either.
I'd
I'd
like
love
to,
to.
but, you
1
know.
to 3, yeah, I'd love to. We may have to just go over there on a
A separate day.
A
and just
rogue
go Let
mission.
it rip. That's
rogue
right. Yeah.
mission, yes. A rogue mission, because that looks like a great place to fly from.
Oh no, it is lovely. I
what
actually
the
have
hell?
flown from that park. I've flown
What
from the
the
park.
hell? Let me
Are
pull
you
that
trying
up.
to upload? Yeah, I've
No,
flown
no, I
from the
was.
park, and
Oh, that other park from the school,
Yeah.
or from that particular park that we're going to?
that park and the school.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to that park and the school, and
I'm
you
not
get
sure
some
what.
good.
What's the rule with schools? Are schools cool or no cool? Ron, you're the
As long as
107.
they're,
Well,
as long as they're
I used
not
to
in
fly at the
school.
school where I used to live right beside me, but never when the kids were in session. You only
Right,
when there
the
was
kids
no
are not
in
the
school.
kids aren't
Yeah,
in school.
and
Yeah,
and the janitors that made us people, landscapers, they could care less. They waved to me when I was flying the drone.
Hmm.
agreed.
Whereas everyone tonight's panel is a little slim.
Speaking of slim, it's going to get a little bit slimmer because my voice is about had it, Bill.
Well,
I'm
not
just
just that. I
calling
got
you.
things I got to attend
Yeah.
to too. But Randy's computer blew up last week, so he
Yeah.
will hopefully have a new computer set up for next week.
Good.
But like I said, probably
We,
we'll
we
have.
may not have a regular show next
Yeah,
week.
probably
Correct?
probably be off for next week and then come back for the week afterwards, and Randy will be definitely set up. But I'm
Yeah.
going to try to do some spontaneous lives. Maybe I'll turn it on and let my wife film me trying to drive through Seattle traffic.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, all
You'll
right.
be fine. You'll be fine.
Or trying to cross the border and they go, "Is that a Chinese phone?"
Oh yeah, that'll be real good.
All right. All right, everybody.
Good night.
Does anybody else, you got anything new coming out this week, Ron, that you want to share?
I'm going to release my FEMI Mini 3 review real soon.
Okay,
Flight
Femi
review.
Mini 3 review. Angel.
And no, we went and shot the Milky Way at Mount Rainier and released a little video. And we're going to start the Perseids meteor season here.
Yeah.
So good chance to go out there. Maybe we want to, it'd be nice to put a drone up and shoot some astrophotography, but that's not going to happen. But we can talk about it if people want some tips for the future.
Like, Lance has done some light painting with his drone before, hasn't he?
And he does. He has. Yeah, he has.
We can do
Yeah.
some light painting or something. All right. Thank
Light
you very
painting,
much.
but we can also talk about everything. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we got
all
plenty
right.
of time.
All right,
Peace,
take care, guys.
everybody. We'll see you
Right.
sometime in the near future.
Have a great vacation, Bill. See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.